use each other with a complete design of our outpatient health post. So we define the department, the rooms. We provide the design parameters required to size the facility, the number of beds, the user, the special users, and we also review the staff, and we made some changes to the default staff configuration. The great deal of the work is on our back. So now we enjoy exploring the results of our work. I will move to the third page of this second phase, second step of PASS. And as you can see, we already have some results. In this case, this chart is describing the surface that it's needed for each of the three services. It's the covered surface, which means the actual surface of the building. All the space surrounding the building, it's not included here. So this is important to specify. If you click here in this bottom, you have in this table little statistics about once again the total area, the number of rooms that are accounted in each department, and if we are planning an inpatient facility, you would have also here a statistic about the square meter per bed. In this case, the indicator is 0 because it's counting the square meter per clinical bed. And none of the bed that we inserted is a clinical bed. They are all examination tables. Water and sanitation. So you have you click this bottom and you visualize the results. You have in this corner here the computation of the water needs according to the minimum standards. So you have the needs computed out of the user. You can insert a buffer that is completely up to you, and you can insert the number of days of capacity. So you have here the estimation of the storage that is required. Then you have the total that is reported here about the sanitary infrastructure, which means toilets and showers. And well, let's go to the details of the sanitary infrastructure. As you can see here, there is this table that is actually providing a breakdown for the entire facility and each department of the number of toilets that are required for each category of users. For example, in this block here, toilets, you find the number of cubicles for the patient, the caretaker, and the staff. Of course, in this case, if you look at a little bit critically, you might find a little bit oversized, and indeed it is. Actually, because the facility is so little that the minimum are taking place. So basically, PASS is rounding up to the next integer, that it's 1. So by default is allocating at least one child latrine, at least one female toilet, at least one male toilet. So it's actually counting a little bit too many infrastructure. This can be corrected, and let's say that the default value are here to accommodate any situation from a small facility to a very big hospital. So they need to be adjusted to the specific situation. We have the same computation for the showers, when and if they are required, and here you also have a table that showing one of the potential use of PASS, which is to create some specific appendix that starting from the data provided by PASS, they can be used to vertically explore certain side of the design of the facility. So, for example, in this case, PASS is telling us, okay, according to the latest design, we have a sanitation needs of 85 person equivalent per day, which is a traditional design parameter for waste water treatment options. And here, table that is providing a rough indication of the surface of land that it's required to host a wastewater treatment facility according to different technology. So, for example, if it's a septic tank, you would end up having a need of 12 extra square meter. If it's the infiltration trench, you end up with 63, and if it's ponds, you end up with 10 square meters. These parameters are very rough, should be handled with care. It's just a demonstration on how to add to PASS extra annexes to explore different sides of the design process. What instead it's a result by itself is this list where you can read the specification, the default specification that are associated to each room of the design facility. So, as you can see here, you have your departments, you have your rooms, and for each of them you have the description of the total area required in the room. If the room is split in two or it's just one space, you have the number of hand washing points that are supposed to be in the room, the number of power plug, the typology of window, the number of those windows, the actual window to floor area ratio, and the desired level of finishing for the walls, the floor, and the doors. So this is already quite an important result, because starting from this list, you can have a fruitful, I would say, discussion about the level of finishing, therefore the quality of the building, and therefore the quality of the service that can be ensured. Once there is an agreement on this specification, then it's a matter of handing it over to the architect who can provide, who can start working on a plan from this indication. I think this is it for this video, and in the next one we will have a brief, a short look of to the in-house standards.